Hello, mate. 441.
Inspector Jonathan Close looks forward to a long career as a Hong Kong police officer.
I don't feel threatened. I don't think it's going to change too much over here at present. But again, there's everything you don't know until it occurs. I'm quite happy to wait and see.
In 1995, Inspector Close was one of the last 5 expatriates to go through police training.
The Chinese officers are so used to working with expatriates. I think they judge you more on how good you are at the job rather than whether you're an expatriate or not. So I don't feel uncomfortable working here. Inspector Close.
The 28-year-old manages a team of detectives. They operate in Chinese, he in English. While that part of the day-to-day operations will stay the same after the handover, the current civil service has recently undergone many cultural changes.
Expatriates have always made up a small fraction of the civil service, but enjoyed a great deal of power and influence. That has dropped substantially. 20 years ago, close to 70% of senior positions were held by expatriates. Today, only 30% are.
Alan Roger works as a computer expert in the legal department. The 10-year veteran fears his days may be numbered after the handover.
The local union and the government have been bringing forth a succession of policies, all of which are discriminatory and attempt to punish overseas officers for past perceived benefits.
From its start, the civil service used a 2-tiered system of hiring and pay. Being a colony in a backwater, the Hong Kong government offered expatriates various perks and benefits to attract skilled professionals. Local officers still resent that.
But it's discriminatory against locals. And we always think that the localization policy is an anti-discriminatory, it's an affirmative action to right the wrong.
Now, many expatriates are fighting part of the government's localization policy. To speed it up, the government recently demoted a number of expats. They fought back, charging discrimination. Though not affected, Alan Roger led the fight, fearing the policy could be a sign of things to come.
The fact that legislators in Hong Kong and that the government in Hong Kong is actually imposing discriminatory policies disturbs me for the future of Hong Kong.
In 1996, the Court of Appeal agreed that parts of the localization policy were discriminatory, but those demoted have not yet been reinstated. But expatriates are leaving the civil service at a rate of 200 per year. This past year, a group awakened old wounds by enjoying their last perk, a cruise back to Britain. Those who remain vow to fight the government over demotions, but admit given the history of the colonial civil service, there is little sympathy for their cause. Rudowski TVB News.